This is a video to explain how to fit the booster plug I make for the Euro 4 Royal Enfield Himalayan. The plug does come with an instruction sheet, but hopefully this video will make things a little clearer and show you where everything fits. Okay, so this is my bike. Apologies for the state of it. It is, as usual, not very clean, but we'll try and show you exactly what steps we need to take. The first thing we need to do is to remove the seats. Okay, don't worry about all the wiring. Your bike will probably not have anything like that in there. Next step is to remove the tank. For this we're going to need a 10mm spanner and a screwdriver, and block of wood will be handy. Firstly, at the front of the tank on the right hand side, push in and pull off the fuel pipe. You may get some fuel dripping out, but it will soon stop. Get cleaned up with a cloth afterwards. That out of the way. Behind this there is a connector which you need to press in and pull off. At the back of the tank there are two 10mm bolts. Be careful because there are two large washers underneath. In fact, it's quite handy to just glue these all to the bottom of the tank so they don't keep falling off. Undo these bolts. Take these bolts out, lift up the back of the tank and support it with a block of wood or something similar. Okay, you want to do this so that you can just get access to the blue connector you can see. Sometimes it's handy to use a small screwdriver, a little electrical screwdriver to help undo this. Okay, and once that's apart, up inside the tank there are two pipes, one of them with a little connector around it. You need to squeeze together and pull that off, and then just disconnect both pipes. Okay, so that's both pipes off. You can now take the tank off. Before you do that, it's handy to put a rag around the headstock just to make sure you don't scratch the tank. But now you can take out the bit of wood and just lift the tank straight back and off the bike. Okay, this is the connector you're looking for. So it should be just above the throttle bodies where the back of the tank was. So disconnect this connector. Again, use a small electrical screwdriver. So I'm putting the boost plug towards the back of the bike. So before I connect it up, I've just fed it underneath this chassis member here so that I can feed it to the back of the bike by the fuse box. Okay, so what I'll do now is just connect up the two parts of the plug. Addendum here: if you route the cable to the back, make sure you don't put it through the centre slot here, because that's where the seat sits. Put it through the side of the chassis member. Okay, so I've connected up the booster plug. Just try and make sure there's no sharp bends in after any of the connections. And I've just thread the cable along there, and I've actually just taped it to the back of the mudguard. You will find out what you think is the best place. Some people think it might be best to put it at the headstock. I find it works perfectly well there. Okay, I hope that's helpful. If you have any more questions, do ask. The only thing to do now is to just carefully put the tank back on. Reconnect it in the opposite way. So first of all, connect these two, connect up that, bolt it back together, and then don't forget to connect the this and the pipe there. Okay, and that should be fine. Sometimes the tanks are a little difficult to get on because of the way the all this here is routed. And I find it's easier to try and sort of route it out of the way towards the top of the frame member just to make it easier to get the tank on. Alright, okay, all the best then. So let me know if you have any questions or problems.